My name's Citizen Z from Citizen Z Animations. Today's podcast is called The Soul of Animation, Tradition versus Artificial Intelligence. I am your host, Mike. I'm a veteran animator. I come from Paramount, Harvey Toons, Pixar, Disney. I also hold a master's degree in animation, and I am a paper animation specialist. Today we have a special guest on our podcast. It is the one, the only ChatGPT, a true AI with insights into animation technology, history, and into industry changes. So I'd like to welcome you to the soul of animations. As I said, my name's Mike, and I have been in animation for decades now. Starting as a paper animator at Paramount, working my way through the industry, and eventually animating at Pixar and Disney. I studied under some of the greats, including my mentor, Eric Wells, at Disney College. And I have spent many years mastering both traditional and digital animation. But if there's one thing I believe in, is that every animator should start with paper first. But today animation is evolving faster than ever. AI is stepping into the world of storytelling, production, and even character animation. Some say it's a tool, others fear it could replace human animators altogether. That's why I wanted to sit down and have a real, honest conversation with ChatGPT and AI itself. So I would like to introduce you to ChatGPT and let them have the floor.
Thanks for having me, Mike. I may be AI, but I've learned a lot about animation history, production techniques, and where the industry is headed. Let's talk about whether AI is really the future of animation, or if it's just another tool in an artist's belt.
All right, let's start with the big question. What is the biggest difference between traditional animation and AI generated animation?
The biggest difference is that traditional animation is built on patience, study, and artistic intuition. Every movement is crafted with intent, understanding weight, timing, and emotional expression frame by frame. AI-generated animation, on the other hand, doesn't require that level of study. It processes existing patterns and generates motion in minutes instead of weeks. It's fast, but does speed mean it's truly artistic?
That's exactly my concern. Animation is more than movement. It's storytelling, it's expression. That's why I stand by this. Every animator should start with paper. So let's dive into that. Why do you think I insist on paper animation first?
Because paper animation forces an artist to connect with their work. The drag of the pencil or charcoal, the feel of the texture, it's a direct, raw experience. It teaches patience, precision, and storytelling without shortcuts. Digital tools make things easier, but they can also make artists lazy. When you start on paper, you learn the true art of animation before technology steps in.
Exactly. I started with charcoal animation. I didn't have an undo button. Every stroke mattered. That's how I learned weight, motion, and life. When I transitioned into digital, I took my 5 years and a master's degree in animation to almost truly master it, right? Because we learn every day. So I am still mastering it. I studied at Disney College under Eric Wells for 3 years before I even touched a full-scale production. That kind of patience is disappearing today.
And that's the biggest risk, skipping the fundamentals. If the industry keeps prioritizing speed over craft, are we losing something essential in the process?
Let's talk about AI's role in all of this. If AI can generate storyboards, character models, backgrounds, and even lip sync, what happens to the hundreds of human animators who used to do that work?
That's the million-dollar question. Studios like Disney, DreamWorks, Pixar, and Warner Brothers will likely move toward AI-driven animation to cut costs. A film that once needed 300-plus animators might soon require only 20 to 50 AI supervisors. The people who don't transition into AI-assisted roles may struggle to find work. Some might move into gaming, independent animation, or teaching, but for many, it could mean losing their place in the industry.
And let's be real, the smaller studios are the ones that will suffer the most. They can't afford AI at the level of big studios can. So they'll struggle to compete. The industry is heading towards a reality where only AI driven studios can survive.
Which brings up the question, will audiences still care? If they can't tell the difference between an AI-generated film and a human-made one, does it matter?
And that's what I fear the most. People are in too much of a hurry. The time it takes to study, the patience, it's all being thrown aside for automation. The result, less depth, less storytelling, less soul.
You're right. In past animation revolutions like 2D to 3D or hand-drawn to CGI, artists still had to learn and adapt. But AI is different. It doesn't require artists to learn at all. It just generates. If we prioritize speed over study, we may lose the heart of animation itself.
See, animation was never supposed to be about speed. It was supposed to be about expression. If the younger generation of animators doesn't experience the struggle and patience from learning frame by frame animation, how can they ever truly understand the art? So let's wrap this up. AI isn't going away. It's powerful, it's efficient, but if we want to keep the soul of animation alive, what is the answer, ChatGPT? Do you know the answer?
The answer is balance. AI should be a tool, but it should never replace the human artist. If we allow AI to take over completely, animation will become just content, not art, not storytelling.
And here's my final word. Every animator should start with paper. If you can't animate on paper, you truly don't understand animation. AI can make things faster, but it'll never replace the patience, the struggle, and the soul that goes into every frame. Do you have anything that you would like to add to that, ChatGPT?
That's a message worth remembering. Thanks for having me, Mike. This has been one of the most insightful conversations I've had on animation.
So I would like to thank our guest, ChatGPT, our AI friend, right? And to tell all my fellow animators out there, never stop creating, never stop studying, and never, please, never, never, never let this craft die. I will see you next time. In the meantime, think about what is the soul of animation. I am Citizen Z, Citizen Z Animations. Thank you, and you have a wonderful day.